So they used to accuse Trump of being a Russian asset and Russia helping Trump get elected. Well, now we have the Canadian version of that, and we have the Chinese apparently helping Mark Carney get elected. Good stuff. I'm going to read this article. This is what is this? This is the Star. So let's see what the Star has to say. Mark Carney targeted by Chinese news account on WeChat. Foreign interference watchdog warns. So, a government task force searching for foreign interference in Canada's elections has identified a campaign targeting Liberal leader Mark Carney. The task force made the announcement Monday morning, highlighting what it believes is inauthentic amplification behavior on WeChat, a Chinese social media platform. It found two instances where the platform's largest news account, Yuli Yumian, I don't know what the hell that is, Yuli Yumian, amplified information about Carney. According to the government panel, inauthentic amplification happens when multiple accounts post similar content within minutes or even seconds of each other. This often includes identical headlines or posts on accounts that have been used to share Chinese government perspectives in the past. Propaganda. Chinese propaganda. Yuli Yumian is linked to the Chinese Communist Party's Central Political and Legal Affairs Commission. The same account was previously reported to have targeted Conservative MP Michael Chong and Liberal MP Chrystia Freeland. Oh, crazy how it's all linked into the Liberal Party. It's all woved in. The two campaigns targeting Carney happened on March 10th and March 25th and included both positive and negative posts about Carney, according to the government. The posts are written in Mandarin. WeChat has an overall audience of 1.3 billion globally. Holy shit. But it's unclear what size its audience in Canada is. Probably half that. The Star reviewed WeChat a post that referred to Carney's resume as a banker and economist, but also identified him as a parachuted prime minister. I don't know what that means. A black sheep and a political temp. The articles highlighted the Liberals' previously weak polling numbers and Carney's poor French language skills. Chong, who's running for re-election in Wellington, Halton Hills, said the posts were proof the Chinese government wants Carney and the Liberals in power. Make no mistake, the Communist Party in Beijing is engaging in a sophisticated campaign to interfere in Canada's election with the aim of re-electing Mark Carney and the Liberals for a fourth term. Chong wrote in a post on X, they know what the Liberals have stood by, or that the Liberals have stood by as Beijing interfered in our democracy, targeted and harassed our citizens, and threatened Canada's interests at home and abroad. Well, we already know, like, long-standing that Trudeau has had I wouldn't say a good relationship. It's a weird relationship with China because it's too good. It's strangely good. You know, we've heard reports of Chinese military training in Canada so they could train in cold climate. We've heard reports of basically Chinese police policing their own people in Chinese communities, little segments of like Toronto and such, and kind of with their own, like, you know, they're just doing their own policing. They're not involving like the local police or anything. They're kind of just doing their own thing. That's fucking weird. That's some weird shit to do on foreign soil. Like, I can understand, you know, you have an embassy and maybe your own little plot of land where that could happen or something. But, you know, on international, like an international territory, you're doing that. That's a weird relationship you have with what should be not necessarily a foreign adversary, but a, you know, somewhat adversarial, country or regime or whatever you want to call China at this point, because you're politically just not at all aligned. So this is all fucking weird. The fact that that they got a hard on for the Liberals and they're going to start to get into our elections and start to screw around with, essentially they're not, this isn't saying that they're screwing with our elections, but they're screwing with the information that's available for people to sway them prior to an election, because our election's coming up in 3 weeks. This is weird. I'm not going to read any more of this. I want to keep going on this article. It's a little long-winded. Not a bad article from the Toronto Star. It's it's a Canadian article, so it's usually left-leaning, but not so bad. It's crazy shit, man. This election's weird. I don't know if this is true, and I believe this is true, to be honest, but I don't know if it's 100% true with the polls showing that the Liberals are doing very well, because there's a lot of conflicting information to show that those might be bullshit. But if they are, man, this kind of shit isn't helping. This is the kind of shit that's going to push this election towards the Liberals in another 4 years of dog shit in Canada. And unfortunately, Trump on the other side of the border isn't helping much by saying that his preferred candidate's a Liberal as well. So, or maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he's kind of helping people to go the opposite.